out there?
It was just an easy, smooth half. His first work since he ran over in the Breeders' Fraternity, and just kind of a happy horse. He went around there with his ears up, and I had him on my watching 48-2, and then out in 101 flat, just kind of cruising along more than anything. He'll have one. I guess he'll have one more work before we go over to Delmar for Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, and just sort of talk about him, his potential, his race at Keeneland.
You have to be proud of him, for him to run that big of a maiden race like he did here at Churchill, and then to wheel back in the Breeders' Fraternity in 2 weeks. He did it like a horse, a 2-year-old that you'd wanted. The way he did it is, you got to be proud of him, because he, for him to just sit back there and going into the second turn when we got a little position, we were able to get outside, and he just kind of swole up and he engulfed those horses and just ran away from him. For a 2-year-old to win by 6 like he did, it was an impressive, eye-opening performance, really.
Yeah, Kenny has talked about what a good mind that this horse has, that he's just really smart. How rare is it to have one that learns their lessons so quickly at this age?
And I think that's what helps him so much too. He's got a lot of talent, but like you said, with him, the mentality he has, he wants to be a good horse, and he's kind of just accepting everything we've thrown at him, and he just kind of learns from each race. Even like his maiden race, if you go back and watch it, he sat there in the pocket for a long ways, and when it finally opened up, you can visually see him. When he found his spot, you can visually see him, how fast he picked it up. So you just have to just hope that going into the Breeders' Cup that he'll be able to improve a little more and just keep going forward.
And you also ride for Kenny Tis the Bomb in the juvenile turf.
I'm actually on my way over right now to Keeneland to work him on the grass.
Oh.
Yeah, so he ran good. He's another one in the Bourbon. We were really excited about him going in, and then before the race, he popped the gate open and busted through, and that's never a good omen. So I was a little worried about it, but once we left the gate and he left there in good order and we were able to get our position around the first turn, from then on, he just kind of he let the race flow go with him, and he traveled like a winner the whole way, and he was able to get the job done.
You've had a lot of success with Kenny, especially with young horses, and he's done well with young horses in the Breeders' Cup, knocking on the door, but hasn't won. It's still that elusive Breeders' Cup. What about the idea that maybe you could ride his first winner?
That'd be really special, because Kenny's given me some great opportunities the last few years. We've ridden some really good horses for him, and it's just a lot of fun, especially being able to ride for him, because his program kind of fits my style of riding as well, where let young horses develop and let them kind of go along as they get races in them, and it's, like I said, it's just a lot of fun to be able to work with young horses and feel like you're doing it the right way, where you're letting the horse develop and being able to watch him get better and better. And that's kind of the key on both these horses we got going in the Breeders' Cup. They started out and they've just shown their potential from day one, and they just seem to be getting better with each race.